From Dreamforce 2007 in San Francisco and from the fabulous developer lounge here at Dreamforce, this is Peter Coffey, Director of Platform Research at ForceDotCom. I'm joined by Chris Pry, Senior Director of Platform Development. And Chris, develop just seems to be the verb of the week here at Dreamforce. We've got an immense developer presence here at the show.
It's true. It's amazing to see how much our developer community has grown over even just the last year. I think it has to do with the rate of innovation of the platform and the success, quite frankly, of Salesforce in the software as a service market.
Chris, I joined this company in January of this year when we were talking about Apex Code being in beta by year end. Here we are in September, and Apex Code has been live as a product for a month, and now we're rolling out Visualforce.
That's right. It's one of the great benefits of the on-demand model is how fast we can iterate, and we love to get product out to our customer base and frankly get the feedback and bring that feedback into the product and create something in a collaborative way with our users.
Chris, so far I've talked to developers who've been with partner companies, I've talked to developers who've been with independent software vendors, I've talked to developers who are doing work within their own enterprises to build out on the Salesforce model. I mean, how many different kinds of community do we have doing development on the platform?
You know, we have our first core developers were really on the API. These were the guys that were building integrations into Salesforce and maybe doing some data migration in and out. Mm-hmm. And that was really the genesis of the developer community. And then, of course, we've always had our administrators who have become sort of developers inside their organizations, really become heroes in how fast they can develop applications and show value, maybe even faster than their traditional development organization does. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then we have, of course, our partners and systems integrators that are really, I think, participating in the App Exchange and the whole ecosystem that we've created as a company.
Yeah, Chris, one of the things that I sometimes encounter when I talk to a developer who isn't familiar with the Force.com platform offering is a perception that they're going to have to come over our wall, learn only our tools, and only be able to use our technology and leave all their existing skills behind. That's really a myth, isn't it?
It is a myth, and you know, like with our tools, wherever we can embrace standards, we do. We're standards-based in the interface we expose, our API. We've integrated with Eclipse on the client side, which is an environment that people are very familiar with.
Sure.
And you know, I recently interviewed a friend of mine, and he said, this is the fastest I've ever been able to develop a web service. And I've been developing web services for maybe 5-6 years now.
Yeah.
And really to go from Eclipse to the internet in a matter of minutes brings an incredible productivity boost and is a really amazing experience if you've ever tried to do it the hard way, where you host your own service, build out your own infrastructure, install your own application server, put a rapid application environment on top of that, and then get down to building your web service. So
when the whole process of getting the application you've built deployed and up on the net is something that really takes quite some time and has a lot of ways to be broken, and with us, that's pretty much just what happens.
It's really true. I mean, I think one of the great things about building out the platform right now is really we're breaking a complete new ground of what it means to be a platform as a service, where you are on the internet all the time. So if you look at our integration services, we have a huge advantage over traditional software companies that have to get installed into the customer base. We're on the internet, so when we do an outbound message, we can integrate, you can integrate your application in a matter of minutes versus a matter of months with other internet services like Google or Yahoo or something you have installed on premise.
You know, I wonder sometimes if the appeal to the developer to say you can build anything and you can code anything doesn't risk having developers not realize how much they can do without coding, how powerful the API is, and I think the key announcement in Visualforce may be not so much the write your own UI, but the high function of the pre-built objects that people can populate a custom interface with.
That's definitely true. I think you know, there's sort of two ways we talk about Visualforce. One is you can create your own UI, and the other is you can reuse our components. And really, when, let's say you're talking about modifying a Salesforce implementation on site, the ability to reuse and create something that follows all of our UI paradigms is really a great benefit, and will mean that your users are familiar with the interaction patterns and the basic design, sort of metaphors of the whole UI, and you don't have to recreate that, again.